XDC network is turning finance into bridges, folks. Check this out. This is X Finance Bull Academy. Finance was built in towers. Meanwhile, XDC is turning them into bridges, folks. For decades, trade finance ran on isolated systems, slow paper, slow paper heavy and permissioned. Folks, this is true. Paper heavy work is still a part and parcel, the backbone of the current regime of trade finance. But the upcoming regime, or at least the potential to change this current regime, is with XDC network and the new financial system for what they are bringing to the game. Trade finance needs to change, folks, because we do not need isolated systems anymore. We need bridges. We need digital bridges that have transparency, that are accountable, so that are fast, cost efficient. So this is great, and which are optimized. And XDC Network is trying to do that, folks. It is connecting blockchains, banks, DeFi protocols into one interoperable layer for global commerce, folks. And XDC Network is one of those projects that has time and again shown that being out of controversy matters, because they have been building quietly behind the scenes. Meanwhile, a lot of projects they have shilled, they have used various social media platforms to hype their activity. Meanwhile, XDC Network folks, they try to connect with the investors time and again, but most of the time they have been forging and building the project and constructing the partnerships behind the scenes. Tokenized assets, real-time settlement, seamless liquidity flow. This is what XDC Network is all about, folks. When TradeFi meets DeFi through XDC, efficiency becomes exponential and power shifts from intermediaries to networks. So this is great, folks. Basically, XDC is trying to break the tower, or at least bridge the tower of finance. So this is great. And folks, we've got an ecosystem update over here as well. Where is it? I wanted to share with you guys a really interesting post. Yeah, this is it. Check this out. This has been posted by XDC Network official 4 hours ago, so this is latest. And Mr. Troy Wood has also shared this. The XDC blockchain is on fire, and the month of October has been remarkable for XDC as well. Check this out. A landmark month for the ecosystem. October marked one of the most significant growth phases for the XDC network across institutional markets, DeFi, community engagements, and global events. So let's check this out. What do they have to offer? This is 11 minutes long, folks, so we're going to be looking at what they have to offer, but you have to watch this entire thing yourselves.
Hey everyone, I'm Benny. Just a quick reminder, everything we share.
Check this out, folks. In a nutshell, XDC Pulse monthly update on XDC Network, XDCN ETP launched on Euronext and 6. Awesome. This was a really great news, folks, and Switzerland is oftentimes missed when it comes to digital assets. Meanwhile, Switzerland is a really good place to have a headquarter, folks. A neutral state always has been, and you all know that the United Nations. I think the headquarters of WHO, World Health Organization, which is a body of the United Nations, is also in Geneva, Switzerland. I think so. A really great place to for the DLT projects or the utility projects to have headquarters or some sort of a center, folks. Anyways, this is just my take on it. XDC added to iTrust Capital and Nonco. Number 2. Number 3, we've got XDC Ventures acquired Contour. This was a really great achievement as well, because Contour, as you also saw, has partnerships with various banks, Citi and others, HSBC. Okay, $10 million DeFi search program live. A good layer one has to have a good DeFi infrastructure, period, folks. It has to have that. Anyways, $23 million plus native USDC minted. New listings, Bitpanda, Qcoin, and more. Joined Crypto Valley, backed Good Dollar, and we've got a lot of upcoming events in November 2025, folks. So let's see what insights do we have.
Here is for informational purposes only and not intended as financial or investment advice. Now let's get into the updates.
Let's kick things off with one of the most exciting developments this month, a truly symbolic institutional milestone. The XDC network took center stage at Euronext Amsterdam for the official bell ringing ceremony, marking the launch of the XDCnETP in partnership with 21 Shares. With co-founder Atul Kikader present at the exchange, the momentum highlighted XDC's growing momentum in traditional capital markets. Just days later, the momentum continued in Zurich, where XDC participated in another bell-ringing event, this time at SIX Exchange, further amplifying institutional visibility across Europe. The XDCnETP now offers regulated access to XDC for both institutional and retail investors, a major step forward in making tokenized finance globally accessible.
And for US-based investors looking to diversify their retirement portfolios, there is a big news. XDC is now available on iTrust Capital, a leading IRA platform for digital assets. This integration means users can now hold XDC in tax-advantaged retirement accounts alongside assets like gold, Bitcoin, and USDC. It's a major vote for confidence for the network's long-term value and expands XDC's reach into traditional wealth management channels. Additionally, XDC is now available on Nonco, an institutional platform for credit trading and post-trading settlements, expanding access to compliant and regulated digital asset markets across the Americas.
In another major institutional leap, XDC Ventures, XDC Network's VC arm, has acquired Contour Network, a trade finance platform backed by global banks including HSBC, Citi, and Standard Chartered, cementing XDC Network's position as the leading layer 1 for tokenized trade and stablecoin settlements. Following the acquisition, the new stablecoin lab was launched to pilot compliant, real-time letter of credit settlements with banks and corporates using XDC and Circle's USDC, pushing the boundaries of programmable finance.
And speaking of stablecoins, USDC adoption on XDC continues to accelerate. Over 23 million in native USDC has already been minted on XDC network, a major milestone that highlights growing adoption across both DeFi and institutional ecosystem. As the stablecoin demand rises, this momentum reinforces XDC's role as a fast, cost-efficient settlement layer for digital finance.
A big step forward for the community. One of the most exciting community tools yet has just launched, the XDC Engagement Hub. This new platform gives the entire community a transparent space to track contributions, earn on-chain incentives, and explore everything from governance to project participation, DeFi activities, and more. It's designed to bring builders, validators, and community voices closer together.
DeFi on XDC just hit a major milestone with the official launch of the $10 million Surge program, a strategic initiative designed to supercharge liquidity across the ecosystem. The program provides targeted incentives to DeFi builders, market makers, and liquidity providers, making it easier than ever to launch, scale, and sustain on-chain financial products within the network. That momentum is already taking shape. PrimeFi deployed its omni-chain lending protocol on XDC.
Folks, let's get a bit ahead to see what the ecosystem updates are and what's happening. Look at this. XDC network is not confined to one sector, folks, or one segment. It is trying to move or disrupt a lot of different sectors, although I agree that it is and should specialize when it comes to global trade finance, because there are not a lot of players in that sector. But along with that, it is trying to basically move various other segments and sectors as well, like deepen, like payments, DeFi, stablecoins, real world asset tokenization. So this is great.
thought leaders into focused blockchain conversations. It was a full week of meaningful engagement, reinforcing XDC's growing role in the shaping next-gen finance and infrastructure from the ground up.
In the US, the XDC network strengthened its institutional presence with successful appearances at the major industry events. At the Zero Hash On-Chain Brokerage Summit, XDC joined discussions alongside firms like Morgan Stanley and Robinhood on stablecoins, tokenization, and regulation. The network also hosted a successful T3 event in New York, bringing together industry leaders for in-depth conversations on digital assets and treasury innovation, further reinforcing XDC's role in institutional blockchain adoption.
The XDC network closed off October with a strong presence at BitCup Summit 2025 in Bangkok, where it joined forces with SBI.
It indeed has had a really great October from the looks of it, folks. This is great. Let's see what they have in store for us in the upcoming months.
XDC APAC, a joint venture with SBI Group, as the official Emerald sponsor. Held at the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center, the summit gathered Thailand's leading Web2 innovators, enterprises, and regulators. Together, XDC Network and SBI XDC APAC showcased how enterprise-grade blockchain infrastructure is driving the future of finance and real-world asset tokenization across Southeast Asia.
With October wrapped up, here's where you can find the XDC team throughout November. Hong Kong FinTech Week side event on November 3, House of Lords Gala Dinner in London on November 7, ITFA Brazil Commodity Trade Finance and Digital Innovation on November 11, ITFA Australia Annual Regional Conference on November 12, the Bridge Conference in New York City on November 12, Singapore FinTech Finance Side Event on November 13, Money 2020 Singapore Roadshow on November 13, XDC Network Night in New York City on November 13, Staking Summit in Argentina on November 15.
So much happening in November as well, folks. Look at this. Hong Kong, Australia, Brazil, New York, United States, basically, Singapore, New York again, Argentina, London. I think that XDC network is expanding itself all over the globe, folks. We've talked about it, how XDC is global. We've made it, we've covered that as well, that side of XDC as well, that it does not want to confine itself to a single city, state, or a region, folks. It wants to take over the entire globe in the world of finance. And this is what XDC is, folks. This is great. Look at this. Most people still don't get what XDC is doing. It is not chasing hype. It is not built for memes. And it was never meant to be a retail first playground like other real ones, folks. It goes beyond crypto. It goes into the practical real world of finance, folks. This is what we're talking about. Lloyd's, JP Morgan, biggest names involved, and all are on board this global trade finance ship. Check this out. Not with marketing, but with clear thesis. If you can digitize and tokenize trade flows in a compliant, permissioned, and cost-efficient manner, paper is no longer needed. And this is true, folks. Paper is costly. Paper has its effect on climate as well. When you cut down trees, billions of trees, or whatever the number is exactly, it never helps, folks. So this is great. And obviously XDC is a gem which you cannot miss, and this acquisition of Contour also brings more to the table. I've talked about it. Contour has backing from HSBC, Citi, Standard Chartered, Bangkok Bank, and others. This is great, folks. Yeah, a bank-tested digital trade framework is being forged. All of the key goals within the ecosystem, digitalizing trade documentation, closing the $2.5 trillion trade finance gap. Imagine if we get only 1% of this huge gap. Tokenizing real-world trade assets, reducing settlement friction across borders. Awesome. When it comes to technicals as well, if you look at the support levels, I think XDC is in a great position, buying zone, but obviously you have to do your own due diligence and research, folks. And as the mantra goes, only invest what you can afford to lose. Trading at just 5 cents almost, but up plus 94% in the last year, the calm before the next major move. This is why we're saying that XDC is trying to build the backbone of global trade, built on DPoS. XDC delivers instant, secure smart contracts and powers trade finance, payments, and RWAs on chain. Look at this one, folks. We're going to be looking at this extensively in another video as well, where we might cover XDC, XPR another day. But in a nutshell, check this out. XDC plus Comtech Gold backing, fully backed. Pardon me. 1 token equals 1 gram of physical gold, not asset backed. So everyone has their own take on it. But regardless of that, I think XRP and XDC both are doing well and have a good vision when it comes to crypto and finance. Pardon me. Sour throat. Anyways, folks, what do you guys think about XDC network and its vision? I would really like your opinions. Do hit the comment box below and let the community know. Until next time, stay blessed and stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone.